Okay, what is everybody? So today we're back again with another video, and Silver Ridge Peaks has finally been released. I have tried to watch as little as possible over the weekend, but of course, I saw some things, and I already obviously made the video, so I've seen part of the map. I haven't really looked where animals are supposed to be, where houses are, or any stuff like that, because I kind of wanted to be surprised, and we're going to be recording the reaction to the beginning of how the storyline actually begins and what the first map reaction kind of is that I'm gonna have. So let's go. So yeah, we've seen this from stream, the loading screen, obviously when TK announced the map, but I think it looks beautiful. I just don't know if it's gonna be too dense in some areas and maybe too open in other areas. Like we'll see, but let's look if there's gonna be text at the beginning or not. Because every other map, I think you'll have a guy or a girl
Welcome to where I
speaking.
call home. I've been roaming these parts since I was old enough to, well, roam. There isn't a mountain or lake out here that hasn't been explored by either me or my dad. I hope that you get a chance to fall in love with Silver Ridge Peaks. If you're anything like me, it won't take long.
Okay, I guess that it. I think I already see the lookout tower up there where we have to go to, but I hope it's loud enough because I've turned down the volume settings a little bit because last time I played, you couldn't really hear me too much over like the gun sounds, but this should hopefully be better. And man, that looks awesome. I wanted to see one thing because I know the map looked a bit weird last time. Yeah, I don't get why they
Good
did
morning.
this water
I hope you
pattern.
got a chance to grab a big breakfast before heading out. There's a lot of ground to cover and it's tough on an empty stomach. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be glad to know that I already have a job for you. While things are quiet, I've been using our outpost to store essential supplies. There is an outpost not far from you that has a small stockpile of bottled water and canned goods. I need you to grab some things from this outpost and ferry them over to one of our observation towers. Don't worry, it's not a long journey. You'll be back to hunting in no time. Before now, we've always just used the lakes for drinking water. But ever since Dad got ill, we've had to put emergency measures in place. We always had emergency supplies, of course. But now we need to account for the possibility that our entire water table is polluted. Dad and I are convinced that it's just the one lake, polluted by the old mining sump next to it. But it's taking forever to get tests done, and it's not worth the chance of someone else getting sick.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I spawned and I saw a nice level 4 pronghorn already, and I just shot him while talking because, well, he was trotting away and I didn't want to like suddenly start running or anything, but let's have a quick look because, yeah. So, as I thought, we have to go to the outpost first and then obviously go across up there, but I don't really want to do the missions right now. I just kind of, ooh, want to see what we have, and I think that up there is going to be the first mountain elk, and I've not really. I don't know if that's a rare, that brown one. I don't think it would be, but just in case, I am gonna take him down in a second. But pretty nice gold. What do they need for diamond? Okay, he's 10 off the diamond, and I mean he looks pretty nice. Not the biggest fan of Pronghorn, not gonna lie, but I feel like they have something. I like this kind of neck shape pattern, not shape, but like this kind of like pattern with the white and the normal fur. I think it looks really nice. Plus, they give good cash as well, seemingly, because I really need cash on this account. Like, I don't have a lot,
We've all
but
been there. Out in the backcountry, no hot shower for miles, you're bound to get a little smelly. Just remember, there are ways of masking it.
okay, well, I don't think those brown ones are actually rare, but yeah, let's go ahead, claim our first outpost, and have a look at what they look like, because I know every map looks a little different, but still very similar. And this video is probably not going to be too much killing animals and getting a lot of stuff in. It's more gonna be like me exploring the map a little bit.
Take on a fully grown bison lightly. They're awesome creatures, and you should treat them with respect if you want to live to tell the tale. This is the place. The supplies should be laid out, ready for you to pick them up. We need at least 6 water bottles, a couple of cans of peaches or whatever we've got there. And there should be a stack of flyers. Grab them too.
Well, I like these huts. They kind of remind me a little bit of Yukon, kind of. But yeah,
Everything? Fantastic. The tower isn't too far to go from here.
well, this kind of has a Yukon vibe to it. Just it looks a little bit more. I don't know. It looks a little bit more modern and less rustic, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But let me go ahead and go to the Outlook Tower and then come right back if I actually find anything cool on the way. I just spotted a really nice mule deer. I know that with the update that they fixed the size of the mule deer horns, but damn, that guy looks really nice. And let me actually stop sprinting so I don't actually spook him. But let's go take him down. He's just a level 4, but he's the higher weight estimate. And yeah, let's just get him. Like, that is just, we are getting some really nice luck here. Like, we have not even claimed like a lookout tower, and we've already had 2 level 4s that looked pretty nice. And I mean, this map is just beautiful. Like, it's not too dense, it's not too open. I feel like right now, in the part that I am at, it's just almost perfect. Like, I haven't seen everything, so I don't want to make a judgment call yet, but from what I've seen so far, this is just beautiful terrain and beautiful areas. Well, here he is, and that is a really nice gold. Like, he's still almost 100 points off diamond, but very nice shot. And we actually got a hard shot on that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not gonna save him, not gonna texturize him just because I don't have the cash for it. But let's go claim that outpost. Not outpost, what am I talking about? Lookout tower. Okay, well, here we are at the lookout tower, and I like this. This kind of looks a little bit like the Hirschfelden ones, I feel. Like, they look like really nice. I like the way these are compared to like Leighton. I don't like the Leighton ones just because they're so like they're completely out of metal. I feel like this just fits a lot nicer in the area, but man, this view is crazy. I wish the render distance was just higher so we could actually spot stuff like far away and not have to be like looking around and walking on the ground and just could be like up here kind of like sniping around. But well, let's claim this. And I mean, the map is supposed to be really big. I feel like it's going to take a long time to unlock everything, but it's going to be worth it because there's a really good amount of lakes like all around here. And from what I could see, I haven't seen much, but from what was on the stream, there's usually like a house pretty close to like the lakes, so I'm not gonna have to place too many tents around this map, which is obviously gonna be nice for if I want to hunt a specific species, but it's also gonna make it like just a lot more efficient if you just want to get around the map because you're not gonna just be in a dead zone somewhere. But let me go explore the map a little bit and record stuff in between if I actually find something cool or have something else to talk about. And of course, if I find a nice animal. But on first guesses, I would say that this kind of area right over here is like a mule deer hotspot because I think I found now 3 mule deer restaurants just on the way going up to that lookout tower. So this is definitely going to be a spot I'm going to be spending a lot of time at just because I am really, really into hunting mule deer because on Parque Fernando it's just a pain to find them because of that like long vegetation. They're not very big, so they can hide really easily in the grasses and the bushes. And here, I feel like you're gonna find them pretty easily. And herd management is just going to be a lot more efficient. So I just came to the next outpost up here, and there's a lake, or like, yeah, a lake I'd call it, like right next to it. Pronghorn down there are kind of hidden, so I'm not too sure what's in there, but this level 2 seems to be a darker fur variant. Of course, I have no idea if that's rare or not, but I mean, let's just take him down, just in case it is actually rare, and let's go ahead and take that 3 as well. But let me see when he did not do a good shot on him. And he is not dying. And that's just terrible shooting. Hopefully that got something. Must have hit something because he's starting to take off, but well, we only have one shot left for the M1. So yeah, that's kind of bad. I really need to get ammunition, but I'll do that in a second because I'm probably going to drive around a little bit with the ATV and have a look what else we can find around here. And they're drinking kind of far away, but okay. So here is the second one. We shot the 3, and we were just too far to the left and then too far back. But yeah, nothing special. Would have been a silver either way. So now let's look if that other one is actually a different fur variation, because I think it is.
Big rack is a sight to behold, and the Rocky Mountain elk has the largest antlers of any species in the elk family. I think I've even seen a couple of 7-pointers out here before.
And while we're going down, I'm actually seeing the first mountain elk, and apparently a ton of 4s. I don't really have many shots left, so let's just look which one, and that one has definitely that higher estimate. So let's just check what that distance is. And that's about 170, so yeah, we should be good. Aiming for 150. And let's just look what we actually get on him. I don't know if that was a good shot. I hope it was. Yeah, okay, he is definitely going down. Well, let's look, what's that bison back there, just a 3. And yeah, that mountain elk is definitely going down. Let's just, first of all, collect the pronghorn that we're still missing, and then quickly go back to the lodge and get ourselves some ammunition so that we actually can shoot some more animals. And here's the one. Okay, so it is dark. No idea if that's rare or not. I would say it's not, based on other animals in the game. So I'm just gonna save him just in case I find out later that it's rare. But yeah, pretty decent shot, double long hit. And now let's go ahead and get ourselves our first mountain elk. So I actually went to the lodge, not lodge, the outpost before picking up our elk back there, but I do kind of want to get another one while we're here. And yeah, that is another max weight estimate. I think he's like a light gray variation, but for respawn purposes and trying to get diamonds quicker, I am just gonna get the other guy first. Just because, well, I want to try and get a diamond of every species on this map before I get like all the rares. But I mean, I'm gonna get them later because there's no hurry, honestly. Like, I can just come back here. But something else that you guys may have noticed, if I go back over and you see him laying there, that elk, his antlers are actually outside of the ground. And that is something that was fixed by the developers because they, in this patch update, or with this update of Silverage Peaks, they actually changed it so that elk, and like, not elk, but all rack species animals will no longer bury their antlers in the ground. So they're always going to be above ground now and never stuck below. So pictures now of trophy animals should definitely be a whole lot easier. But I mean, I can't really say how well it's working because I've only started playing this update about half an hour ago, so yeah, let's actually, I don't know, this is the first one we shot, I assume, so this is the higher estimate one, and he looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Let's actually go ahead and take a picture of that with maybe the mountains in the background because I feel like this just looks awesome. Let's remove the waypoint. I know he's not a diamond, but still, this guy looks just really cool. And yeah, he still needs 100 points to become diamond, but just the way and wonky that whole rack looks, it is pretty cool to see. Like the right one is just so much longer than the left one, but yeah, they don't give as much cash as I would have hoped. But now let's look what our other one scored. Second one we shot, and he's actually bigger than the first one we shot, and he had a lower estimate. But yeah, his rack is definitely a lot more compact and smaller, but still looks very cool. I do like these more than the Roosevelt Elks we have on Leighton, just because they have a more unique body shape to them, which I feel like just is something that should have been done with the Roosevelt Elk in the first place. But either way, let's go explore this map a little bit more and see what we can find on our way. I don't really want to shoot all the animals that we already have, like the black bear or bison, just because that wouldn't be. Oh, we have our first turkey. I didn't actually bring anything to shoot turkeys with, but since this is the first turkey we're seeing, I mean, let's just go for it. It's just the female anyway. It wouldn't have scored anything high, but I am so curious to see these turkeys. I wasn't like really in need of turkeys in this game. I think it's a cool addition. The community definitely wanted them, but for me, I wasn't like desperately needing a turkey. Like, they're cool and all, yes, but they could have maybe added something else. I'm just happy it's not like a normal bird, like the cinnamon teal or the harlequin duck, because they all kind of just look similar, but just different colors. So at least this is a little bit different. And that just looks pretty awesome. I mean, look at the detail that's kind of gone into those feathers. I'm assuming they're all going to be copy and paste, but still. 3.4. That's pretty decent actually for level 1. Would have been a silver. And yeah, they look awesome. And they give good cash too. They give like, this is a level 1, so I'm assuming they'd go up to like around 1,000 cash probably. And up there we have a ton of bison. Let's look if there's anything decent in there, because I actually still need a diamond plains bison, just because I haven't really hunted them too much on Yukon, but it doesn't seem that way. I know I didn't get all of them, but I'm going to come back for them at another time, because right now I kind of want to explore the map and just see what it's all about and see some of those new species like the mountain goats and stuff like that. And that's just a level 2 black bear that's running or fleeing, even though they flee extremely slowly. So I actually just got the outpost, not outpost, the lookout tower that's up here on this kind of mountainous area here. And I'm telling you, it's a pain to get up this side of the mountain. I might have just chosen a really bad path to go up, but I feel like it could have been a little bit more smoother because you can't climb like wherever there's like white rocks. I just had to run around them because it was just too hard to walk up them because I'd always keep sliding back down or not able to jump on anything properly. But I don't know if that's intentional or because hitboxes aren't working properly. But I just recommend walking around it. You're going to save yourself so much more time than trying to actually just jump on it and try and get on top because it's just going to be too slow moving. And that's a mistake I did at the beginning. So just kind of slalom walk your way up the mountain, get that lookout tower, and then come down here to this house. And it's right by a lake again, which I think is really cool because it means that obviously less tents that we have to build around and just a whole lot smoother of an experience, especially for maybe newer players, because you'll find animals a lot quicker if you know drinking zones. I know that drink zones here are just an hour or two long, so obviously they're not going to be as helpful, but then at least you can kind of track animal tracks from that lake to their need zones and find where the animals are at rather than just randomly poking around trying to find some. And there is a level 2 turkey down there. He's flying away, so I'm not really gonna make a big fuss about it, but I'm gonna come back to that lake in just a second because
Turkeys are nothing like their domestic cousins. They're fast, agile, and can even fly short distances when spooked. You might not have much luck stalking these birds, so try using a turkey caller to get them to come to you.
yeah, well, I actually just lost my waypoint, but yeah, like I'm saying, you can much easier track an animal with the kind of lake situation just because it makes a lot more sense on where they would be. And there we have our first look at mountain lion, aka the Puma. I wish they would have changed the model a little bit, or actually given them a different fur variation, just to make them look different in the lodge. If you're actually going to taxonomize them, because right now you might as well just go on Parkway and on now and hunt them at the kind of Puma Lake, as you'll find them really quickly, like a lot of them there, and they seem to respawn really fast there as well for some reason. But I'm gonna digress. Let's just go ahead, claim this outpost, and maybe get one or two more animals, as I have a feeling this video is already getting pretty long. And I'm sorry, not a lot of animals here, but we've explored the map, seen some of the beautiful scenery that it has to offer, and looked at some of the animals that we are going to be hunting here very soon, and just having a little bit of a fun time looking at it, getting the first reaction. And then in the next couple of days, I'm going to upload a proper hunt of some of the animals on here once I actually start unlocking the map a little bit more and getting to know what areas to hunt for specific animals. Well, to finish this video off, why don't we go ahead and get ourselves one last pronghorn, and that is kind of what we started off with. I did actually go ahead and shoot one or two over here, but forgot for some reason just to talk, so why not just put them in here? Either way, it was just the three, nothing special, but I mean, why not collect them and get that extra cash? Because we definitely need it, and let's just look if we could maybe push a gold. I haven't really memorized all the scores yet that each species needs for making a certain level or so. I just kind of remember the diamond requirement for most of them, and then around that base it on if it could make gold or not, but not too sure, especially its first day. So I actually think that is pretty cool on the neck, just noticing that kind of line there on their necks. And no, it's just a silver by, it's like still 6 off, but I think that's pretty cool how they have like this line in the middle. It adds like a little bit of uniqueness, and their fur variation, I just kind of like it. I think it looks pretty unique with this kind of white pattern. As I mentioned in the beginning, I just think these look pretty cool, and definitely one of the animals that I'm gonna enjoy hunting because I think they could look pretty cool on like a wall mount. And yeah, I think without any further ado, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this map as much as I do and are gonna enjoy the content that I have planned to do on this map, because I'm really excited, as you might be able to tell. So if you do, obviously, it would mean a lot to me if you guys would subscribe for more content. Obviously, like this video and comment down below if you actually got this map already, got it tested out, and your first opinions. But without further ado, have a good day. Bye bye and peace.